Ayatollah's death, with Iranian officials vowing retaliation on U.S. and Israeli forces for the deadly strikes. Israel's military released this video of what it said was a strike on the headquarters of the Iranian regime. The footage was released after a large explosion rocked Iran's capital, as the Israeli military said it was targeting, quote, the heart of the city. Now, the Israeli military says it has killed 40 senior Iranian officials in its attacks so far. This video is coming into our newsroom from Sunday, their time. Out of Tehran, you see their plumes of smoke rising into the sky from across the city. The U.S.-Israeli attack was condemned by the Secretary General of the UN during an emergency meeting of the Security Council and by the Iranian ambassador. Senior Trump administration officials have told NBC News that Iran was threatening American forces in the region with potential missile strikes, and the U.S. had preemptively attacked.
American diplomacy was attempted repeatedly and in good faith, but diplomacy cannot succeed where there is no genuine willingness to cease aggression.
And yesterday, News Chopper 4 flew over the streets of Westwood, where dozens of people gathered at the federal building as a show of support after news broke that the strikes had killed Iran's supreme leader.
We want to choose our future. We want to see which part of the government our people want to decide, and after that we respect that.
And President Trump spent the weekend at his Mar-a-Lago estate and is expected to be back in Washington today. Now, nationwide demonstrations against the Trump administration's attack on Iran are set for Monday, including one here at home at City Hall. It's the very latest. Reporting live from the newsroom, I'm Annette Arriola for Today in LA. Michelle, we'll send it back to you.
Annette, thank you. And for more context, it's important to explain the structure of Iran's government. The Islamic Republic of Iran, also known as a theocracy, which is essentially a government by God, ruled by Shia Islam. It has been that way since 1979, after the Iranian Revolution that overthrew the pro-Western monarchy. Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini was the first supreme leader. Ayatollah Ali Khamenei is the current supreme leader, who was just killed, according to the Iranian state media there, and the only two people who have ever held that title. So what is the role of the supreme leader? He is at the very top of the government structure. An elected president is his second in command. The supreme leader sets the tone and direction of Iran's domestic and foreign policies. He can declare war and control intelligence and security operations, and has the power to appoint and dismiss the leaders of the judiciary, as well as the state radio and television networks. One of the largest communities outside Iran is celebrating the airstrikes in Iran. This is Westwood here at home, where crowds cheered in the streets and cars honked in support hours after the attacks on the Iranian government. This area is known as Tehran Angeles here. Many Iranian Americans and Iranian immigrants tell us this moment really feels like a long-held dream come true.
Such a momentous moment in our family, because my kids get to see a free Iran. And my entire life, I'm an Iranian immigrant. I've known Iran under the reign of Khomeini, where we were oppressed, and my parents left the country so that my sister and I could have a free life.
Yeah, so many people have so many stories to share here and personal experiences here in Los Angeles. People look for political change in Iran. They're also remembering 22-year-old Masha Amini, the Kurdish Iranian woman who was arrested by Iran's morality police for not wearing a proper hijab. She died in state custody in 2022. There is a mural in Glendale that honors her memory and the movement her death ignited. Many in Little Tehran tell us they're excited about the possibility of returning to visit Iran again. And we're, of course, staying on top of the latest developments in Iran. Stay with NBC4, both on air and online at NBCLA.com for breaking news out of the Middle East. Be sure to download the NBCLA app to get alerts straight to your phone. Meet the Press will be diving into all of this morning. Moderator Kristen Welker and the team will have everything from that vote on the War Powers Act to the latest on the ground. That's at 8 a.m. right after Today in LA, right here on NBC4. Turning our focus now to the forecast. Here's a live look out Mount Wilson. It is March 1st, and let's see what we have in store, and let's see what February looked like as well.
I know.
Quite a month.
It was quite a month, and it was an eventful month and weather-wise as well, and we are looking forward to a month in March that is starting on a pretty dry and also above normal note. So definitely a lot to look back on, a lot to look forward to. So let's see how February shaped up overall. You can see when we look back on our temperatures, those spots in red are where we were above normal, blue below normal, and our gold there for our record that we actually tied up this last Friday for 91 degrees. Now, there was a good stretch in there from the week prior to this last one where we had a long reign there of cool temperatures that were below normal for this time of year, and that's when things were pretty wet. But generally speaking, we actually were above normal for most of the month, and we're starting above normal as we look ahead toward your March. Now, your average daytime highs for March typically range between the upper 60s and the low 70s, average overnight lows in the low 50s to the mid 50s, with an average rainfall upwards of 2 inches. But as of right now, the Climate Prediction Center has us looking pretty dry when we look at the month as a whole, below normal in terms of overall chances for precipitation as we look at the desert Southwest, looking ahead at the month of March. So we shall see what the month holds. This morning, we've got temperatures that are looking pretty good to start off the month, mid to upper 50s. A couple spots that were in the 60s that have gotten just a little bit cooler in the last hour or so. We'll continue to watch these temperatures warming on up, though, as we head into the afternoon hours. Take a look at what you can expect here at the coast. Low 70s, mostly sunny skies at the basin in Orange County. We're looking at temperatures in the lower end of the 80s. Now, this is a bit cooler than what you felt for yesterday, but still plenty comfortable out there. Mid 80s expected in the valleys, the Inland Empire. As we look to the high desert in our mountain communities, we will see those temperatures cooling a little bit more. Low 80s for the high desert, low 60s in the mountains, with a bit more wind expected in the evening hours. Now, those winds are going to play an important part in things because they're going to continue to cool us down as we look into the next couple of days. I'll have an hour-by-hour track at what you can expect with those coming up in the next few minutes. Michelle?
Kelly, see you soon. Still ahead on Today in LA weekend, the impact on the World Cup, the global game now caught in the midst of global conflict as Iran is just months away from playing right here in Los Angeles. Plus, with this heat comes a higher risk of getting bit by those pesky mosquitoes, how you can protect yourself from future bites and what you need to look out for. And Cal optimism